Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January the 10th through to the 16th. So we are in your fellow earth sign Capricorn season, and there is a Mercury retrograde that occurs at the end of this week, and Mercury is in Aquarius. So also there is a full moon that's occurring the week after on the 17th or 18th, which is in the sign of Cancer. It's opposing Pluto. So it's going to be a really, really big energy. You know, Pluto, the planet of transformation and death. So, and the Cancer energy being really, really strong. So this is going to be a very, very strong emotional and intuitive pull. And I'm going to actually release another video about this specifically on this full moon. So stay tuned for that. But we're feeling the pull of that this week coming in. So it can bring up a lot of emotions, or just a sense that you're being pulled intuitively in a particular direction. So that's what's coming through, Virgo. So this reading, we're going to look at the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water, and see what's coming in for you this week. So let's look at the elements. Start with the element of fire, which is kind of what you find yourself doing, what's motivating you, what's sparking your passion, your drive, perhaps some goals that you're setting. So mostly what it is that you find yourself doing. Here you are, the Hermit. This is your card in the deck. This is the Virgo card, the Hermit. I love it. So really coming back to yourself, really definitely you've got yourself. This could be self-motivation, very self-motivated, looking at self-development. This can also be around connecting into your internal wisdom, that deep wisdom inside. So you might actually really just want to be on your own. You might just want to have distance. You might just want to feel, have your space at this particular time, being very independent. That could be coming through, and just could be even a little bit of a soul-searching energy with the Hermit, like you're searching and looking for something and going deep within to find that. So I feel like it's very much an internalized energy. It's like it's not externally looking. It's like turning that gaze within and seeing what's coming through. So in terms of the element of air, we've got the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Interesting. So this is the element of, you know, your thoughts, your mind, your intellect, what it is that you're thinking, the ideas you're working on, what you're thinking about, who you're thinking about, how you're communicating, what sort of communication's coming towards you. So the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Swords is kind of interesting because the Queen of Wands is kind of, it's saying less is more when it comes to communicating. You don't even have to talk. You don't even have to say anything. Your vibes speak louder than words with this Queen of Wands. So it's a very warm, open-hearted energy, but people will respond to you energetically, not necessarily to what it is that you're saying at this moment in time. So it's all about an energetic communication rather than words. But interestingly, with the 10 of Swords, it's kind of like you've put an end to something. Inside your mind, you've just put an end to something. You've said no to it. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't believe that anymore. I don't think that anymore. It's done. It's over. So something is transforming on a mental level here, and it's creating this ascension energy of energy rising, which creates this sort of kundalini rising energy, which is like the fire of the Queen of Wands. So this is why you don't even have to say anything, but people know there's something going on with you, whether they say anything to you or not. But it's just a lot has been communicated through vibes, body language, energy. So definitely you are putting an end to something. And it's kind of interesting because the Queen of Wands is very much around expression. So it may be that you're finding you're expressing yourself in ways in terms of appearance or in other ways, not non-verbal ways. So yeah, interesting. Let's pull a card for the element of water, which is love, relationships, emotions, how you're feeling. It can also be your intuition. So let's pull a card for that, Virgo, coming through for the element of water. Ooh, beautiful. The Ace of Cups. We like it. This is probably one of the best cards that you could get for this element of water. Absolutely lovely. I love it next to that 10 of Swords because it does represent healing. There's some kind of deep healing, deep personal healing, something very deep and personal going on here. With this Ace of Cups, this is the birth of love, birth of an emotion, birth of a feeling that's coming out here. And it's about honoring that. It can be very emotional. You know, this can be tears, but usually when this comes up, it's like an emotional release. Sometimes you need a good cry and then you feel better afterwards. That can come out as well. But yeah, it definitely, I would say you're going to be feeling very emotional with this Ace of Cups, and you might be, again, connecting to people more through the body and the emotions and the energy rather than words. So this Ace of Cups can represent the birth of love, a new relationship coming through, but it can also be joy and healing. So there's just a new feeling that's coming in that I think is actually really lovely, and a really nice energy to come through with the Ace of Cups. Let's pull a card for your element, the element of Earth, which represents your material resources, what it is that you need for your stability, security, comfort. So it can represent home, it can represent body, it can represent health, it can represent money and work. Now, the work side of it, work and career, is also connected into this fire, the Hermit energy. So I would say some of you may be working from home or feeling a little bit distant or just wanting to work a bit independently this week with that Hermit energy there, because I feel like there's other things going on here on a deeper level for you. So let's see, we've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, interesting. I'm just going to put this down. So yeah, again, we can see that full moon here starting to have an impact, and it's kind of interesting for all the earth signs. It made the impact in the earth element. So that's where this full moon is going to start impacting you first, in your own element, in the resources that you're seeing around you. And the 8 of Cups is around walking away from an energy that no longer fulfills you. So around your home, around your connection to your body, around money. And so this is why it's interesting. You've got the Hermit energy, because this is where you're going deep. You're going deep and looking for what that is, because you're looking for guidance. You've let something go, and now you're looking for where the next thing is coming, you know, where the next path is, because you may only be able to see a couple of feet in front of you, but it's like really trusting a deep energy inside of yourself. And that's why it's so nice we've got this Ace of Cups coming in, because there could be some very deep healing coming in. When the 10 of Swords comes in, often when this thing ends inside your mind, it does require a period of recovery and transformation. And that's why I love the fact that Ace of Cups has come out next to it. So yeah, whatever it is that's not fulfilling you around the home, or particularly around the home, I'm getting for you, Virgo, but it can be any of those aspects. I think that you are really, and this is connected to this 10 of Swords, letting that go. You know, it's very much saying no to something, detaching, doesn't work for me anymore. So, and feeling this on a very deep emotional level or intuitive level. So that actually I feel like feels very empowering, but you might need to have your space. Like I said, you might just need a bit of processing time with that. So let's pull a message from the higher realms, a message from spirit, final little, just look at the higher vibrational message, overall message for Virgo. I'm using the animal cards for this week. So we've got a few that have come out there for you. Let's have a look. And what I love here is little frog. Already I can see the frog. This is like, you know, the element of water. This is healing, love, rejuvenation, everything that you need on that emotional level coming to you. When it doesn't rain, it pours. So open your heart and be open to this outpouring of feeling and emotion and what it is that you need on that level. There's deep healing coming in and your needs are being met, which is interesting. I'm going to put underneath the Ace of Cups, which is showing that something was missing. And that's come by walking away or detaching. It immediately is kind of giving you what you need. And it's kind of almost like you needed to give it to you. And interestingly, by doing that, you kind of realize that you were the one that hadn't given yourself permission to have it. And by detaching and walking away from that energy, suddenly it opens the floodgates for that to come in, what you need on an emotional level around the home, around those material resources, around what it is that you need. So to survive and thrive and feel really secure in the world. So that's a really beautiful energy to come through. We've also got crow and wolf, and I like this. These are two very, very psychic energies coming in. The crow definitely is looking for the future, what's happening. It's a future focus. And I feel like there's a little bit of that happening, like there's a sense that I want to see a little bit further into the future. And the wolf energy is, and I feel like I feel like the universe, for whatever reason, is showing you a little bit, but not the whole thing. There's some of that is still not been revealed yet about what's happening in the future. But there is a sense that you don't want to be left in the dark over something. But yeah, the crow energy, definitely in terms of, I think this is a really great energy that you can use because that psychic energy is coming in very strongly with that full moon, like I said, but I don't think it's fully hit you yet, Virgo. I think it will peak next week and you're starting to feel it, but in terms of what it is that you need, in terms of your conscious mind, what it is you want to see and know, that's not necessarily coming through just yet. But what you can use this for is your intuitive sense with other people. If you get a sense that you may be saying no to somebody. Now, this 10 of Swords and the Queen of Wands can be quite literally you changing your mind or saying no to someone who could be a Leo, in your life. It maybe you kind of changed the way you've thought about them or an idea that you had around them. So that can also be something that just came through for some of you. But the wolf energy, yeah, this is what you can use it for, is just really intuitively knowing what's going on with those people around you, really with the people that you consider to be your pack, like the wolf pack. The wolves move together in a pack and they all know what each other's doing. They work together. There doesn't have to necessarily be the verbal communication that we're seeing here with this Queen of Wands here and the 10 of Swords. I'm feeling these are very connected to the element of air, to these two cards that are coming in here for you, Virgo. And it's very much saying with these highly intuitive messages and energies, you can get a lot about the people around you and the people that you love. You're getting a lot of intuition around that, and even people around you that you don't want to be near. So you might just instantly get I can't be in your energy kind of feeling coming in, or you meet someone for the first time and just think, no, I don't like your energy. But it can be the opposite. It can be, yeah, no, I really like your energy. And again, you don't have to say anything. It's just a knowing. But I feel like with this is very much to do with family, tribe, the people closest to you that you consider to be like that. And it can be even people that are passed over. There's a very sense that there's an open line of communication. So distance doesn't really matter at this point in time. No matter what sort of distance that may be, you're going to be getting senses and knowings about those people. So just be really open to that. Maybe you've got a sibling that lives in another country, or a parent that has passed, or a parent that lives somewhere else. You're going to be getting, no matter who it is, you're going to be getting those messages coming through. And just also with the people you're living with, you might just know there's something wrong before they even tell you. And you might know that they don't want to talk about it, but So, those sort of things, there's a lot that that So it's useful to navigate those feelings and those emotions and those relationships, and it kind of opens you to compassion and love, which is lovely. And that's what we're seeing a lot here with the Ace of Cups. So that's it, Virgo. That's your reading for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And if you want to find out more about what's coming in for you for 2022, if you haven't already checked it out, the link for the 2022 yearly reading is in the description box below. So take care, Virgo, and see you next time.